Hello everyone and welcome to this installment of Trades of the Week with myself, Keith Sullivan, where today we're going to be looking at what are we getting into, what are we getting out of, and also 4 major announcements which can actually dictate the direction of the stock market over the next few weeks. So stay tuned to understand that. Now, before we get started, I do want to put in all about our I Am Insider Facebook group. If you're not a member of the I Am Insider Facebook group, first of all, what are you doing? Because it's an amazing opportunity for you to be part of, and a community, first of all, of like-minded people who want to grow their wealth through investing and trading. But also, not just that, we give you stocks of the weeks, cryptos of the week. We give you a market update weekly. We answer some of your questions, and we also do 1-hour Facebook lives every quarter. And all of it completely free. So in the description, click on the link and join the I Am Insider Facebook group and be part of this amazing community to help grow your wealth in 2023. Now, with that being said, let's move in to see what's happening in the stock market. Brilliant. So now in regards to the stock market, the first one that we're looking at is Ryder Systems Incorporated with the ticker R. Now with Ryder Systems, what we've been seeing is the market had been downwards trending. We did move our stop loss to break even, as you can see here. So we were 1% in profit. We moved it to break even and we got taken out at break even. So that is not a moo, it's a boo. Why? Because, okay, we didn't lose any money, which is great, but we didn't make profit. And that is the nature of the game. But trade management is a crucial part to investing and trading. Because look, if we didn't move our stop to break even, we would have actually lost 1%. So manage your trades accordingly. When you are in profit, move your stop loss down. The second one that we're looking at is SEDG, that's Solar Edge Technologies. And as you can see, we've been sitting on our level of support and then the market has finally pushed up. So we are in a slight profit here. Not enough to move our stop loss as of yet, so we will carry on monitoring this over the next few weeks. The next one was Air Corp. And here we've seen that the market was downwards trending, and we've now got a no trade. Why? Because the market never come down to trigger our entry and just pushed higher. That is the importance of using stop orders in trading, because the market didn't give us a signal it was ready to drop lower and just broke through the resistance, and then we have now cancelled our trade. Next one is AARY. Once again, slightly in profit here. So we we're around 1% profit now actually on ARRY. So what we're going to do now live on Trades of the Week is we're going to now put our stop loss at break even here. So we are 1% in profit. So now we're going to move our stop loss to break even. So now if ARRY does have a bearish move, at least that way we will not lose any more money. Okay. So 1% there. In regards to Coinbase, we're in a slight loss, unfortunately, after yesterday's candle. And we've got 2 new opportunities. But before we go into the new opportunities, let's actually have a talk about what's happening in the market. And in regards to the market, we have 4 major news announcements which can actually help dictate which way the market is going to be trading over the next few weeks. But before we go into them 4 announcements, last week we saw one of the leading inflationary indicators for the Federal Reserve, the PCE, came out. And with the PCE, once again, it showed a 0.5% increase month on month. So it's still showing inflation is slowly increasing, but it was lower than what they saw last month, which was a 0.6%. So that could potentially show us a slowing down of inflationary growth. But once again, we don't know that. Inflation is still growing. So what are the 4 big announcements that we're going to see this week? Number 1, we have the FOMC meeting where they are going to highlight what is the interest rate hike for this month. And we all believe it will be the 75 basis points that they have stipulated for the last few rate hikes. So we think that has been priced into the market. But what is very interesting about this rate hike is the FOMC minutes. So after the rate hike, we're then going to see the minutes from the meeting, which then is going to give us an understanding on the Federal Reserve standpoint and direction for the next few months in regards to inflation. Okay, so that will give us a signal, are the Federal Reserve ready to pivot? Which a lot of centralized banks have been. Okay, so if they are now going to take a step back and not be as hawkish in regards to the increase in interest rates, we can then expect some bullish movement in the stock market. And that's what we've seen over the last few days. We've seen massive market movements in the bullish side because everyone now is predicting that the Federal Reserve are going to pivot. Okay, once again, the Fed have not said this. They've not gone, we are now going to pivot. It's all down to interpretation. So the FOMC meeting minutes is going to help us understand what their standpoint is for the next few weeks. Next piece of information that's going to come out is ISM manufacturing and service data. So two separate announcements. And this is going to show us, is the economy in regards to manufacturing and services expanding or contracting? Last few months, we have seen a slowdown in the expansion of the economy, also highlighted in regards to the stock market movement, where we've seen the stock market be bearish, and analysts are predicting that we're still going to continue seeing a slowdown of expansion and then begin a rollover into a contractionary environment, where we're going to start seeing shrinking in GDP in the US. Now, that is coming out this week in regards to ISM data. And the last bit of news announcement that is going to come out is all around the labor market. And as we know, in a recessionary environment, labor market naturally shrinks. It naturally contracts. And at this point, during this type of recession that the US has been in, actually labor market has been growing. It's been strengthening. And we have non-farm payroll that's coming out on Friday, which is going to give us a signal if more jobs are being created. Are they keeping up with the expansion, or are they beginning to slow down with job creations? So 4 major announcements. And I know what you're going to say, but Keith, so what? What does that mean for me? Now, in regards to the economy, it doesn't mean too much, but how it's going to affect the stock market, it means a lot. So we can expect 2 things. Number 1, we can expect a lot more volatility in our equities and in our commodities. That's number 1. Okay, so please be aware we might see drastic swings on the upside and downside based on the news announcement. And number 2, we might then see changes in sentiment. So at this moment in time, if we go over actually to the US 30, at this moment in time, we have seen that the market has gone from bearish sentiment, making lower highs, lower lows, to bottoming out and then starting to take out some of the lower highs, which has given us a signal of a potential reversal in the stock market. Now, if the news is bad for the economy, then we could expect some level of retracement back down. If it's good for the economy, we can expect continuations on the bullish side, which is great for us. So we just need to be aware. Right now, we're being hedged with our buffaloes. We're being long and short. And we're also making sure we are liquid enough for our VCAs if the market does drop, but also being on top of our trade management if the market carries on rising at taking profits. So that is basically the news announcements and update for the market this week. Now, with that being said, let's have a look at 2 new Buffalo opportunities that we have for this week. The first one that we're looking at is PRGS, Progressive Software Corporation. And as you can see with PRGS, we have been bearish. We have seen the market make lower highs coupled with lower lows, showing a strengthening trend. The more that the market makes lower lows, it's showing us that it's continually being bearish. It's going to continue looking to target these lows here, which is great for us. So we are currently sitting on level resistance. If we release our inner Dennis, we want to wait for a red reversal candle, but we have our entry just below these candles here, stop loss just above, and also our take profit just above the previous lower low. And with that, it gives us around a 4.57 to 1, which means every $1 we risk, we can potentially make $4.57 if it comes down to our take profit. So PRGS is our first one. The next one that we're looking at is APLE, Apple Hospitality REIT. And in regards to this, we are looking at a downwards trending resistance, as you can see here. Oops, so there we go. So now we've got the analysis. We're seeing our downwards trending level of resistance. Once again, market is making a lower low, showing a strengthening resistance level. Currently sitting on the resistance, we're looking at a 3.32 to 1 ratio. And once again, it'd be nice to see a red reversal candle to show us that the market is ready to fall lower. But this is another opportunity that we have. So that is it for the stock market. Let's swiftly move on to what we've been seeing in cryptocurrencies. And as we've been seeing the stock market showing us bullish movements, cryptocurrency is doing the identical movements and the identical structure that we are expecting. So as you can see here with crypto, with Bitcoin, we have been sitting at a level of support around 18,000 mark, give or take. We have been seeing that the market has been trending, making lower highs and lower highs. Okay, giving us that downwards trending resistance, and after the last few days, we have finally broken above this level of downwards trending resistance, which is great for us because that was the first point that we needed to see broke before we're expecting the market to rally higher. So the next expectation is the market to come around the 22,500 mark, so this previous lower high. Break above that, we're expecting it to go above the 25,000 mark, so the next lower high. And then alternatively, best case scenario, once we see this sentiment being bullish again, we would expect some level around 30,000, which means we can expect some short-term recovery in the crypto market. Now, we're not here saying this is now going to be the start of the new bull market. Everyone bundle your money in because it's going to go to 1 million. We do not know that. At this moment in time, structuring stock, structuring crypto is being broken to show us short-term recoveries, but we need to start seeing the longer-term structure being broken. So short-term is fine, but longer-term, we're still seeing bearish structure intact. So with that being said, we just need to be aware if we are seeing short-term pushes up in Bitcoin, we would expect the same in Ethereum and the same in the other altcoins. It might be time that we can start taking some profit off the table, depending on your CCAs and small caps or how you've invested. So just be aware of that. And also, if it does continue lower, just be liquid enough once again to buy more. Okay, make sure you're getting into the strongest projects as possible. Now, in regards to crypto news, one of the biggest pieces of news that had come out is obviously we all know about Elon Musk taking over Twitter. Now, with that, we've now found out that Binance, so one of the largest, well, I say one of the largest exchange in the crypto market, has actually put money in with Elon Musk to buy Twitter. And I believe it was around, if we have a look here, I think it was around 500 million that they put in to help Elon Musk buy Twitter. So they're part of the consortium. Okay, they are on the Twitter board. So that's number one. So Binance are helping Elon Musk buy Twitter. Why? What is the need for that? And number two, we've also seen Dogecoin massively rally up based on the news of Elon Musk buying Twitter, because obviously he's an advocate for Dogecoin. Well, he talks about it a lot, and a lot of investors believe this now means it's going to be utilized as a native currency for Twitter itself. Now, do we believe that? No. Is there any utility changes in Dogecoin? In my opinion, this is just me, I don't believe there's any changes in utility either. So I think this is just a pump on the news, and then we'll probably see a dump back down. So I wouldn't buy this based on the news, everyone. Remember, investing into crypto, buy into the strongest projects possible, okay? Buy into the projects which give you the utility. Don't just buy on the news, because that's when you're going to lose money. Okay, don't run on FOMO. Buy the utility of the coin itself. So, other than that, we've not really seen too much changes in the crypto market. We've had no new entries because obviously the market's been moving sideways. We've not taken profits as of yet. But if we still see Bitcoin giving us bullish sentiment, we can then expect some profit taken and some moving over the next few weeks, depending on the investments you've taken. So let's just swiftly move on now into our value cost averaging position, so the investments in the stock market. And as we've said, the stock market is showing us that it's been bullish at this moment in time. So we are now focusing on potentially taking profits on some of these investments. Now, we have had no new entries except for Microsoft, MSFT. Now, over the last few days, we have seen big drops in regards to some of our major tech companies. So we've seen obviously Meta, we've seen Amazon, we've also seen a drop in Microsoft, and this is all around the earnings side. So it could be a good time to actually invest into the likes of Amazon, Meta, Microsoft, if you're already not. But remember, be diversified. Don't have all of your money in tech companies. Okay, you need to be diversified throughout the market. But with Microsoft, we've now got our next entry at 35%. So we have our next entry here, and we've got our limit set for 45%. If we have a look at Amazon, for example, as well, once again, fundamentally strong company. Amazon did have a bit of a gap during earnings, so it actually dropped around 10%. Now, if we look at Amazon where the new current high is, we're seeing up here. So Amazon itself is currently down around 30%. So if you are not in Amazon already, we have a new current high, which is, let me get that better here. Our new current high is on the 16th of August, and we're down around 30%. So a good time to buy Amazon if you believe it's a fundamentally strong company. Remember, you need to invest into companies which we believe cannot go to zero. Okay, so actually put in the comments below, do you think Amazon can actually go to zero? Would you be comfortable in buying into Amazon at this moment in time? Because it is quite low, and it's the first time that since the split that we've been able to buy Amazon at such cheap prices. Other than that, our new, Caterpillar. So we have looked at now putting a stop loss in Caterpillar, and as you can see here, we got in at minus 24%, didn't go down to minus 34. Market then rallied up, and we've now put our stop loss in at 20%. So we're locking in our profits, but still giving room for the market to move higher. Okay, so now we're at 20%. If it does obviously drop lower over the next few days, we will be taken out at 20% profit, which is great for the investment. If it continues rallying up, we will then carry on moving our stop loss up along with the market. Okay, so here currently 20% locked in. Now we're just seeing what's happening with Caterpillar over the next few days. And the last company that I'm going to highlight today is AMD, Advanced Micro Devices. Okay, now AMD, one of the largest semiconductor companies in the US. Okay, it's found in so many different laptops. Now, reason why we like AMD, fundamentally, we're seeing that AMD is got a good market cap, good income. They have a large amount of sales, which is great. They're undervalued as a company. They are undervalued based on their PEG ratio. They have relatively low debt. Quick and current ratio both above 1, showing the company is liquid. Earnings growth is looking sustainable. We're seeing good levels of return on assets, equity and investment. So it could be a good opportunity for you to invest into. Now, a lot of you are going to go, but Keith, why then, if the fundamentals are good, why is it down 42%? And that is just the nature of the market. Number one, it could just be doing what the overall market's been doing, because the overall market's been bearish. Or it could also be based on the news that the US put legislations in place where now these companies cannot sell to Russia or China. So they can't sell microchips over there, which takes a tiny bit of a hit on their revenue. I think it's around 8% of revenue now could potentially be lost. But they still got 92% of revenue still available around the world. So it's not a massive hit which is going to affect their fundamentals, but short term it's affected their price, which gives us a great opportunity to invest at this low price of the company. So AMD is our new opportunity that we have for the trades of the week. So other than that, let's go and look at the results for this week. As you can see, Buffalo, VCA, CCA, small cap, nothing has changed. Remember with Buffalo, we got a break-even trade and we had a no trade. With VCA, yes, we've locked in 20% on profit of Caterpillar, but it hasn't triggered our stop loss yet. So it's not realized profit at this moment in time. And then with CCA and small cap, we've not taken profits as of yet. So other than that, that is it for this week's trade of the week, everyone. First of all, thank you for joining. If you did like the content, please leave a like on the YouTube video and leave a comment below. What is it that you're investing in? What coins do you like? And also, what has been your results over this bear market? And don't forget to utilize the Facebook I Am Insider community in the description below to join an amazing community with like-minded people who are looking to grow their wealth. Remember, it's completely free and it's so much content that is going to be put into this Facebook group. So use the link in the description below. But I wish you an amazing rest of your week from myself and the Investment Mastery team. And I look forward to seeing you on the next trades of the week.